Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is in a series of one of the series of what I'm calling the Hockey Hall of Fame dark horses. Now, over the summer of 2020 to 2021, a lot of the borderline Hockey Hall of Fame inductees will be considered, and this is the third of a series I've been doing over the last few days. First one was Stéphane Richer, a Stanley Cup winner with New Jersey and Montreal. Claude Lemieux, Stanley Cup winner with New Jersey, Colorado, and Montreal. And this is another Stanley Cup winner, someone that could have easily scored 500 goals, but due to the big NHL strike and due to on-ice injuries, 3 years he came up a little bit short. Of course, we're talking about the francophone maybe version of kind of a Connor McDavid style, Vincent Damphousse. Now, Vincent Damphousse was a very interesting part of NHL history because he had played nearly 13 consecutive seasons for Canadian teams before moving on to San Jose in 1999. Now, he started his career with the Toronto Maple Leafs in the NHL as a high-end draft pick, but we're going to go over a little bit of his background. Now, Vincent Francois Damphousse was born December 17, 1967, and he played center for, like I said, Toronto, Edmonton, the Habs, and the Sharks, winning a Stanley Cup with Montreal in '93. He was signed as an unrestricted free agent by the Avalanche in 2004 during the offseason, but the News never played with the team during a lockout that canceled the 2004-2005 season. Now, off ice, now he's an analyst for RDS, and the reason why his background as a top junior player before he entered the NHL also led him to play the team for Team Canada for a little while, and he was drafted sixth overall in a very busy 1986 draft by the Habs. Excuse me, by the Leafs. Now he got his big recognition by playing for Bourassa in Quebec Midget Triple A League, gaining 78 points in 48 games. Now in with the Laval franchise in the league, the Wazins and then the Titans, he had a very impressive tally. Over 3 seasons, he almost averaged 2 points a game, and he holds the QMJHL record with Wayne Gretzky style numbers. When he played in the Memorial Cup playoffs, he had 37 points in 14 games, including 28 assists. And that record has been standing ever since the '86 season. Now, his rookie season with Toronto, he had a great total of 21 goals, 25 assists, and 46 points. He had a kind of so-so career with Toronto over 5 seasons. They were expecting 40 goals. He was getting, 26, 30, range. Big year for Damphousse with Toronto was 1990, but he got 94 points. His playmaking skills were quite adept. That season, he had 61 assists. Now, he ended up in Edmonton for the '92 season, notched 89 points, but then 2 years in Montreal, probably the best years, I think, of his career. In the Stanley Cup year in '93, Damphousse had 39 goals with 50 assists for 97 points. And in 1994, kept it going with 91 points, including 40 goals with Montreal. And that 40 goals was evidently the career high for counters. Danfousse's style would be best described as a kind of a Glenn Anderson style playmaker with a little bit of Messier. Big player, physical, or all parts of the ice. A good two-way player. And after he moved on from Montreal, played with San Jose for a while, put up some good numbers as well. He had over a dozen seasons of 20 goals, which is quite impressive because what he was asked to do, he would play defensive style, he would play killing penalties. Like I said, a great overall play. Now, in 1,378 regular season games, he had 1,205 points, 432 goals, and 773 assists. Now, in the playoffs, Borger had big totals, 104 points in 140 games, including 41 goals. And also was considered maybe maybe a top 200 player all time. Now, when I say top 200, I say that out of respect. Now, he was selected to 4 All-Star games in 91, 92, 01, and 02. He won the NHL All-Star Game MVP in 91, and it was the QMJHL second All-Star team in 96. The only thing negative that may hurt his induction in the Hall of Fame in the long term is that in 2011, which was kind of a drama out of a Quebec Teleroman, published report said he was charged by Montreal police with 6 counts of assaulting his spouse after allegations made by his wife. According to alleged reports, the incidents were to have occurred between January 2008 and early 2011. Damphousse denied the allegations brought against him and also filed a complaint against his wife for assault. And 2 years later, on June 19, 2013, the Crown dropped all charges against the Damphousse, though the Crown announced intentions to pursue its case against his wife, Alana Henderson, for armed assault and theft under $5,000. Henderson was accused of committing assault with her vehicle against Damphousse and stealing a briefcase from her ex-husband. On January 14, 2015, almost 2 years later, the Crown dropped all charges against Henderson. But this was a cause célèbre in the Quebec media because of the length of the allegations for 4 years and allegations that his ex-wife basically uttered public death threats against Damphousse. Nothing has been proven in court. According to published reports, there was a lot of information that was redacted or kept from the media. A lot of us in the media tried to figure out what exactly was going on, and we still don't know. We don't know if it was basically over money or romance, like Martin Brodeur and his ex-wife and his sister-in-law. But whatever it was a black eye for Damphousse, and that might be taken consideration for the Hockey Hall of Fame because you want to put people in that the players and the media respect. But Damphousse, for me, again, probably one of the most underrated players of the 1990s. I still consider him a top 200 player of all time, which is saying a lot because there's been 200 great players in the NHL, and Damphousse specifically was one of them. So, ladies and gentlemen, on this COVID Thursday, we're having thunderstorms across the province. Keep your stick in the ice. Future podcasts on this will cover some of the non-Canadian team players, Hockey Hall of Fame. It might be going back in time. I'm still wondering if more of the Boston Bruins championship players of the 1970s and the Toronto Maple Leaf champion players of 1960s should be in the Hall of Fame, including some of the rear guards and some of the forwards. I'm going to be looking at the statistics and giving you an honest breakdown. I'm thinking of one Boston player, and we'll get into that probably in the next podcast. Take it as you will, but when you win 2 cups and part of a franchise that's very strong, it's a borderline, but it might be considered. So in this this COVID Thursday, everybody stay safe. In New Brunswick, they just I guess canceled the charter, so watch where you're driving the next few days. Because I guess if you're pulled over now in New Brunswick, you have no rights. But that's a podcast for another time. Have a good day. Bye.